Oh, I just had an idea, man. I have to do this. No way. Yeah, boy. That about does it. Hi, this is your boy, Marcy Gaming, back with The Hunt, Day 3 for just a very short time. Cause I may have messed up in the beginning of this, so don't worry about it. Oh, yeah, just setting up the stream. I just couldn't resist to play a little bit though. And let's go ahead and do this, and that. Borderlands 2, baby. It is English, we recorded it today. Save that settings and go to my gaming page. Go to my gaming page. Alright, so over there on Twitch, I actually farmed two things, which I got proof of, so don't worry about it. We got the Lyuda 7 tries and the Doc's Striker at 7 points. And now I'm gonna go to the Wildland Preserve and farm Pimon and Tumba for their legendaries and also some loot midgets. And that's what we're gonna be doing now. Hey Joker, hey Darkness, Stulz. Have fun on Borderlands 2. What are you going to do? The Hunt. If If you're not familiar with the hunt, Google is your friend. Now, do we have radium? We got 13 radium actually. But we don't need it, so there's that. Not now. We could get some more SMG. Could I get more SMG? I mean, it would be a good thing to bring more SMG, right? More SMG always means more fun. Can we get more SMG? I don't think so, because I boosted that already. But I can get more Herald, though. Should one need more Herald? I'll actually do a backpack this time, because why not? So as you can see, we're running around with a Dark Striker, a perfect Dark Striker as a matter of fact. And we're going to go ahead and use it right over here. What up, Smolder Bro? Everyone has a theme song now when they enter my streams. You know it, man. I got a double drop from... Did I just see a badass? I did, and I also killed myself trying to kill him. Oh, now I get it. Oh, I should actually just have traveled out here when I killed Slappy. Oh, they send a loader all the way over there? What am I gonna do with that? Hey, JM. No, I haven't. I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything about Mortal Kombat 11 since the gameplay reveal. Should travel to Overwatch. Can I? Cause I know what you mean, but you know what? I could probably drive over there, right? Where's the map? Where is this? Like over? No, it's not over there. What the hell is it though? It's like on the other side of the freaking... Yeah, I could travel there. Hyperion Bridge, 1,000 cuts, opportunity. Where does the game want me to go? Oh, there, the wildlife preserve. I would have traveled there, but I... Can I? Hyperion Bridge? Let's see. This is not a traveler. Oh, yes it is. Hyperion Bridge. Fuck me! Let me see, where's Outwash? That's right there. That's where we are. And then there's like that one over there that we could go. Henry! But of course! I forgot about Henry. We could farm him. We could farm Henry. Because that's a very, very fast spawn. Stalker of Stalkers. That's the one. That's right. That's like 7-3 points right there. But we have to search piles for chapters. Reload speed is shit on this thing though. Excuse me, where are all the things, man? They're supposed to drop out of these. Seriously? They don't drop a single one, man. How do you determine the amount of points you get? Well, it's very easy. That's how. Ah. Oh, there is one there. It's all the way on the other map though. I don't want to run that far. I was streaming on Twitch, but the funny thing is there was 10 viewers there, and I constantly asked them to type in the chat who they were, but no one responded to that, so I assumed that it was bots. So honestly, I don't know why I turned this shit back on over here though. I guess I'm bored. No. I want to fulfill what I started. And I started it here. And I want to get all the videos, all the days here. It's something I want to do. Where are the piles? There's one. That's pretty easy. It's just a spreadsheet, man. How can you get confused with that? It's pretty self-explanatory even. What up, Ghost? Nah, I was sitting over there at Twitch. Like, completely alone. But I tried to see. I was over there for 1.5 hours to see if it would pick up. It did not though. So I might as well go to the trash can and then do the rest of the stream there, right? I am just gonna reload to respawn those stalker piles. I really don't want to run around looking for them. Here now, see me. Were you streaming Bloodborne this morning? No. No, I haven't streamed Bloodborne in a long time, dude. Notification to do a stream Bloodborne, right? What? You should have screenshotted that. That was just like, no. But I will once we're done with this week, though. Hey, thank you, Ghost. I'll play another. I got this one. I don't know if you know it. Hey, Will and Brian McDonald. Yeah. Ah. You boy. Gucci gangbang dubstep. God, I hate that. Hate that. People just come say hello and it's like, fuck, I'm gonna get out of here. Why do you do that? Don't say hello if you don't want to. If you don't intend on staying, man. That's annoying. It's actually a bad thing to use the face lock here. Because if I shoot one of them while the dialogue is going, it skips out if it would have been in one of them. We just gotta wait for the dialogue to finish. Oh, watch your Discord. Sorry, I thought you said watch your Discord. I'm sorry for that. I'll get you a link, don't worry. Oh, hey Mike, can you drop, can you drop a link? Oh, I did it anyways. Where's the thing? Where is the thingamajig? Did it drop up there? Oh, please don't say it dropped up there. Come on, give it the last one. It's like so fucking annoying. These are random, dude. Come on. It's because it's up there, isn't it? Now we can't, like, it glitched and fell through the mountain or something, dude. There it is. Oh, thank God. Okay, I have to travel to here to in order to, yeah, I think if I reload I will start up there. I need to start up there. Oh, thank you, Mike. I'm gonna farm this thing and Pimon and Tumba. Well, that should take like maybe half an hour. That's it. Yep, we start here. Perfect. Then we turn in the mission and we can kill Henry. Actually, we haven't even gotten the mission yet with Henry. Why would you put it up there? Fuck no way, man. It's always so you have to run like 40 miles around it. Fuck. Why? Stop doing this. Thank you. And you had to put some shit there in front of it, right? I fucking tell you, man, I'm ready to move out of my home because of my fucking neighbor upstairs, dude. I am literally going insane with all the noise he's making up there constantly. Night or day, he never sleeps, dude. Noise, noise, noise all the time. I can't take it anymore, dude. Either I'm going to kill him or I'm gonna move out of here. It's gonna be one of the two. Like maybe if I just shoot him in the spine so he'll be in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. Maybe that'll shut him up. Maybe just shoot his legs actually. That's gonna take like a year to heal. Then I'd be out of here anyways. Also a good idea. Yeah, I'm dark. What are we doing here exactly? See, even with these on, I can still hear thumping coming around all the place, man. I believe I have to kill a stalker in order for it to drop or something. Because the mission drops from a stalker. And why is there no stalkers now that I need them? Oops. There it is. So the Love Thumper is a mission reward, so it does not count as a drop. It gives us 0 points. No, because here's the thing. Sound goes down, not up. And my... see, here's the thing, right? I do this for 3 hours each day, right? So I am very consistent in when I actually make noise. I stop at 11 o'clock where it needs to be quiet in the house I live in. And then there's quiet. But that guy, doesn't matter if it's 6 in the morning. If it's like 5:30 in the morning, I've heard him play loud music. Or it's like it's 1 a.m. in the evening. Goes thump, 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 thump. Dude even proceeds to wash his clothes in the middle of the night. And you know when a washer is going full overdrive, that thing plows through walls even, dude. Creates vibration like crazy. And of course he's unemployed, so he has all the time in the world. It makes me insane, dude, because all my life I've always been thoughtful of my surroundings. I always have earphones on when I watch videos or YouTube or play games or whatever, right? I don't have a fucking 40-inch subwoofer that I have to turn on just to watch the goddamn news, dude. But some people are like that. And those people need to be killed. No, seriously, people like that shouldn't be allowed to live in a complex where there's more people. Because they don't understand what they do wrong. That's the problem. They think, well, I'm not making any noise, man. It's not that loud. No, but it's a subwoofer, dude. It does, it creates vibrations. Right? I can't hear your actual music. All I can hear is deep sound. And you know what? That's the thing that makes noise, not the actual music. Oh. Alright. So that was Henry's first try, though. And a love thumper for me. Let me go ahead and say Henry here. One kill. There we go. My partner. What partner are you talking about? My coworker? She's right above me, but she's got a boyfriend now, so she's hanging out with him all the time. If it's her you are referring to. No, not at all. I work with her. She's my coworker, and we work together each day. So no, don't worry about that. Would you mind if I put on a video? It's kind of a podcast thing where I just listen to it. Don't really watch it though. And I'll just pause the video when I have to talk with you. We've got a question or something, alright? Thank you.
It hurts, and it hurts real bad. Or if you have...
I didn't expect it to be that loud, though. So afraid to cry.
The 1980s was a fantastic decade to be a kid in America. You had everything offered to you, everything catered and marketed directly at you. You had toys, real toys you could go outside and play with. Toy guns that actually shot pellets and discs. Put out each other's eyes. Nobody gave a shit. That's what part of being a kid was about, was getting injured and looking like an idiot because you let somebody shoot you in the eye with a BB. There were cartoons. You could sit down on a Saturday morning and watch 5 to 6 hours of cartoons straight. You could watch He-Man and G.I. Joe, the Transformers, and Ghostbusters, and a whole host of other shows. Video games were just starting to come up. You had Nintendo and Sega and TurboGrafx. There were all sorts of games that were coming out. It was a great time to be young. Now, during that time, there was a show that was marketed towards a specific demographic. Now, that demographic was your little sister. Maybe you were switching to go watch a new show on a Saturday morning, and you might stumble across it. It was My Little Pony. Now, My Little Pony, like Strawberry Shortcake and all those other kinds of shows, were the sorts of things that you might see on occasion or you might skip over, or maybe, again, if your friend's little sister had control of the television, you'd watch a few minutes of. But it wasn't something you really focused on, at least not if you were a boy. Yeah, they had toys, and they had the show, and there were a few movies that came out, but it had its run. And eventually that run, like the run of the majority of shows that were out at that time, came to an end. But the story doesn't stop there. No, you need to fast forward to 2010, when Hasbro decided, you know what, let's go into the well. Let's do what the majority of studios, be they television or movies or cartoons, let's dig into that well of past intellectual properties and pull something out and see if we can capitalize on nostalgia. Now, their original marketing gimmick, I'm sure, was to target the show at young girls, to hope that the same audience would be brought in, that the mothers now who had kids would remember the show from their childhood and be like, oh, this is great. I remember this. My kid's going to like this. And so what could go wrong? I mean, this sounds like a brilliant idea. They'll take an old show, they'll retool it, they'll remarket it, they'll reach a new generation of girls aged 2 to 11 who will, most importantly, buy the merchandising. They'll buy the toys. They'll buy the posters and the books and the movies and the DVDs.
Girls
everything
aged
that
2 to
Hasbro
11.
could possibly sell to them. Hasbro is going to make a shitload of money. Only that's not what happened. Instead, enter the brony. You see, instead of actually adopting the show. Now, to be fair, there are a lot of young girls that watch the show. If you look at some of the conventions and some of the talks that the creators have given, you'll see a lot of little kids there. But the majority of viewership, the people that actually seem to be driving the show's success, are adult males. How the fuck did that happen? Now, if this were He-Man or G.I. Joe or the Transformers, if this was something that had a nostalgic pull to it, it might be understandable. You might be able to say, well, they watched it when they were kids, and that's why they're kind of attracted to it. But how many of these bronies do you actually think were children and watched this show? Chances are they were watching something completely different. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. What is a brony? You could ask Google, and they'll give you their description of what a brony is. Well, if you've used the internet for the last 4 years, chances are you know what a brony is.
I'm hunting Henry for the shield he drops. I mean, it's what the fuck shield, I think. No, the black hole.
It was fucking everywhere. If you were on 4chan, you specifically know exactly what I'm fucking talking about. You could not avoid it. It was on every board. It was everywhere in every thread. So much so that they actually ended up creating a board specifically for them. Moot made MLP in response to the amount of fucking traffic and the complaints of other users. And this wasn't just on 4chan. Other sites have encountered the same thing. So Brony-dom, if you want to call it that, is massive. Massive. It's fucking enormous. You have this huge demographic of adult males that are attracted to this show for whatever the reason is and are fucking dedicated to it and want to talk about it and infuse it in everything. So what is a brony? I mean, when you think about it, after you've encountered it, what really comes to mind? I'm fairly certain most people, when they think brony, think something like this.
So anyway.
You know what the brony is, right?
There we go.
We know about everyone here and how great the show is, right? However, as most of us are aware, there's a darker side to the fandom which we know pretty well.
Oh, the Cradle, yeah, that's right. I couldn't remember which one, I'm sorry.
Alright, so I'm pretty sure you're aware of Princess Celestia being portrayed as a tyrant, an internet troll, or God forbid, a molester.
Socially awkward person, somebody with maybe autism. If you went on YouTube, you're going to find a myriad of channels dedicated to autistic bronies. I'm not kidding. From My Little Spaghetti onwards, that have tons of videos related to cringe-worthy, MLP-related brony-dom. Simply put, another way to look at it, bronies are today what furries were yesterday. Now, over the last, I'd say, year to year and a half, this has sort of cooled off a bit. Bronies have eased up on shoving this shit down everybody's throat, but the impression has still been left. Most people don't like them. They're awkward, and let's be honest here, and I think most bronies are going to freely admit this, their fandom attracts autism like flies on shit. There's no way to ignore that or deny it. There are too many videos, too many encounters with bronies, to be able to just brush that off and say, that's not true. But again, it has cooled off. It is declined. You can go onto other boards now and other websites, and you're not going to encounter it all the time. It seems like bronies are content hanging out and doing their own shit. Again, that's really what annoyed the most people, was they just didn't want to deal with it. Myself, for instance, I have no interest in watching a show about horses, or unicorns, or fucking Pegasi, or Pegasus, whatever. It holds no appeal to me. So I don't want to encounter it when I'm in a thread talking about Ben Garrison's latest
there it is.
riot. Okay.
There it is,
Baby.
baby.
Right,
Boy, we got the cradle sixth try. Thank you for that. And now let's throw it off a cliff. You know what? We have a cliff right next to us. America, bitch! And the cradle is gone. So am I. Alright, so cradle. Sixth try, cradle. Sixth try gives us 7 points. Alright. Now we can move on. Alright, do you know, Shadow Wolf, how I get McNally? I want to farm the Hammer Buster from him, but I can't remember what mission actually activates him. Is the Clan War? Is it that one? Because I can't remember. Hey, Ethan. Let me just actually activate the Wildlife Preserve now that we're here. The Bane quest? No. The one that drops the Hammer Buster. He doesn't come from the Bane quest. Really? Because I've done the Bane quest a lot of times, but since everything goes on in like the sheriff department in there, I have a hard time believing that since it's in the dust that McNally is. Red Dead, Far Cry 5. I would love to do that, Ghost. I need to finish up. Once I'm done with the stream, I have to edit the video. I am unable to play anything this week, dude. I have to finish the hunt. But I'd love to play something with you once we're done with all this. Alright? So maybe I should just go for... Oh, actually, I needed to respec my skill points. We'll do that now. Love Thumper, can't use that for anything either, so get rid of it. What is the gun? This one? Baby Maker. Basic Octo. the Dogs Striker, and of course the Herald. Oops. Oh yeah, that's right. I was like, I don't got a shield, man. I actually don't got a shield. I accidentally sold my shield. That was the shield I have. Ooh, that was scary for a second there. Ah, the sword. A polar place with the eyes. Now, when you come in here and put on those eyes, do you immediately leave again, or do you actually stay? Because that's kind of why I ignore you when you do that, because I don't know what it means, dude. So please tell me, so I won't ignore you for future purposes, or if I should keep doing that. Da 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 da. Alright, let's respec the skill point. Let me see if I took that on. Yes, I did, because we're gonna go for damage instead. The fleet, I haven't used it a single time yet. And then I could, like, get suspension after that. I believe that would be a good idea, actually. Right? Yeah. I need none of these. So, from here, either we go foresight or we go suspension. One of the two. What do you think? Suspension or foresight? Oh, I'm gonna go foresight because it gives me reload speed too. Yeah. I like this with Maya because like all her super good skills are in the top of the skill tree. So you can get them so early. What kind of missions are here? Can we see that? Sanctuary. See which one of them. We could also go kill Blue. Actually, I'm going to do that since Blue actually drops a useful shield at this point. And Lanny White, we can do that, and Rackman as well. Could combine those two, and the one that drops Sledge's shotgun as well. The Lanny White mission is a long run though. I think I'm gonna save those three for tomorrow. And that one is a long ass chest. Get Shorty is also one of them. Okay, so I believe it's this one with the Crystalisk, right? Yes, it is. Dude, Shadow Wolf, I upload. This is why I actually upload the highlights each day. I tell you how many points I have there. I have 49 plus 36. And the Crystalisk, that's actually Hammerlock who has that mission. Didn't I get my shield back, by the way? No, I did. Isn't this the mission that lets me kill Blue? I'm pretty sure. The tortoise, yeah, the fabled tortoise, exactly. Are you done with the stream or are you done with the whole week? No, the whole week, dude. I told you I was gonna edit after the stream. Jesus Christ, are none of you keeping up with what I do? Both Monday and Tuesday, there's been 2 videos uploaded to the channel, the stream and the highlights. For those who was not able to watch the streams, can see the highlights. See what legendaries I got and see how many points I got. That's kind of the point I do it though. Because also, if you want to participate in the hunt, you have to prove all the legendaries you got. So you have to make a highlight video, or else it doesn't count. The mission comes from Safe and Sound. No. Seriously? It's not this one? Because fuck that, then we have to go back and get Marcus's mission. You messaged me on PSN. Yeah, I told you what games you have. And then I said, you know what kind of game I play right now. Oh, you know what kind of games that I play, I mean. God damn it. Alright, so Marcus perfectly peaceful. Which means we have to go actually talk with Marcus the first time here. Because I haven't done that yet. And all you hear is a gunshot. Hey, Mucus. Alright, so I'm trusting you, Shadow Wolf. Which means we have to go to the Sanctuary Hole and run through that place. Which brings us down to the Crystal Garden, though. I just made up that name because it sounds cool. Still, we need to go here. Oh, Savage Lee is here. Just for the heck of it, let's see if we can get a free Herald. You never know. Where's he at? He's over here. I see him. Oh, we could not. Doesn't even feel like this thing's like overpowered. Even though we're fighting like, I don't know, level 6 enemies or so. Oh, let's get a car. To drive right over here. No, it was set to the little car. Alright. I'm put on my podcast again until we have more to talk about.
Want it to be a part of that. It doesn't fit, it doesn't belong, and so it makes sense not to have it in there. So you have all these bronies, right? And they're starting to kind of congregate, and they're not shoving that shit down everybody's face. And for the majority, for the most of the internet, that's a good thing. Everybody seems happy. Great. They're not going to fuck with us.
Alright, Shadow, well, make sure to see the highlights. They'll be up like an hour after the stream ends, which will be in after we get. I think Blue is gonna be the last thing.
Some write fan fiction, which, yeah, that's a whole nother fucking world of crazy. Really, let's be honest. I think my favorite fan fiction so far that I've encountered while making this video and looking into all this stupid shit would be the one where the pony gets fucked by a tree stump. That's Shakespearean. That was really well done, whoever wrote that. It's fucking A+ stuff. That's good. It's good shit. So you've got all these content creators. They're making all this sort of stuff. Well, one of them gets an idea. I'm going to create a blog. I'm going to make a Tumblr about a fictitious character in this universe. And there's going to be a gimmick. It's going to be a comedy. All right?
This is our first death, by the way.
People are going to enjoy it.
Please tell me I can get
I'm going to
up.
call it Princess Molestasia. And this is the first page
No,
that greets you when you
this
show
is my
up on
very
Tumblr.
first
In
death,
fact, on the
actually.
right-hand side, you'll see there's an introductory blurb to greet new users. So let's take a look at that. Let's see what the
Try and
blog
watch
has
in
to say.
VR, dude. See what it does.
Some call me Molestasia. Others call me Molly. I like to call myself Big Sexy. I shall allow some of my precious time to answer some peasant questions each week. Worship my ass or be sent to the moon. And if you're really bored, you can also ask my nerdy gaming sister Luna some questions. For mature audiences only. If you take this site seriously, you really do belong on the moon. Well, it seems pretty cut and dry to me. It seems like the blog is directly telling you this is meant for older people. This isn't meant for children with the mature audiences only. And it's also telling you to back the fuck up and have a sense of humor. So what exactly is Molestasia all about? How does it work? Well, it's a fictitious character in the MLP universe, a princess, and the gimmick, if you can't tell already, maybe you're brain dead, is Molestasia likes to molest the other characters. So people will write in and ask a question. And you can take a look. Here's some of the posts going all the way back. I've taken a cross-section of a few of the different ones that appeared, so you can kind of get a feel for how this is run. So somebody will write in and they'll ask what they're doing or ask them to answer a question or their input on something. And then usually they'll get a response in the form of a comic panel that will somehow relate to what they said or what they asked. And each of these responses has a sexual undertone. That's the joke. This character molests other ponies. I mean, this is, again, it's a show intended for kids. So there really isn't a lot of sexual content in it, obviously.
Doesn't
so
work.
the gimmick, the joke is,
I thought as much.
we'll make a sexual character that constantly alludes to molesting the other ponies and is sex-rattled and always thinking about it and kind of always works it into their answers. So how did it do? What was the response to this blog? Well, this is what they thought. You can see in this comic panel, it's a thank you. 30,000 plus followers. And that was 3 months ago. And if you look at a lot of the different notes tagged onto these posts, you'll see that there are usually anywhere from 500 to 2,000. So it's getting a lot of traffic. People are liking it. It's adult humor. It's made to be a joke. I want you to think of other franchises that you saw when you were a kid. Think of Scooby-Doo. How many jokes and how many skits and videos and image macros and comics are out there about Scooby-Doo getting high or Shaggy getting high or Velma getting fucked in the Mystery Machine? You take a child's program, you take something that's intended to be cookie cutter and clean, and you take adult concepts and you put it in, and that's the humor, that's the appeal. It's funny because Scooby-Doo and Shaggy and the rest of the gang and the Mystery Machine weren't really getting high and fucking all the time, but their mannerisms and characteristics made us think they were, and so when we show it, we get a laugh out of it. I'm guessing the same thing is happening here. So you've got this cookie cutter clean show about ponies that sing and dance and friendship, and you have a sex offender in their midst who is trying to fuck every one of them and has
wait. The whole of Hitman? Is it Hitman 1, the game you mean?
Or what did you do this, or what do you think of this? And every response is about fucking another pony. In the same way that those jokes about Scooby-Doo or any other child's franchise you can think of was done. Think of He-Man. How many gay jokes have you heard about He-Man? How many image macros are out there of He-Man getting fisted by man-at-arms? My God, if you watch Adult Swim, just Robot Chicken alone has made enough He-Man gay jokes to last us for a fucking century. So it seems like this blog is popular. It seems like the community is liking it. It's funny. You know, they get it. They like it. They're responding and interacting with it. What could go wrong? What could possibly go wrong?
Oh!
Well, potentially.
Oh, I thought that was it, dude.
A hypothetical situation. Maybe a voice actor or somebody associated with the show or the production of the show happens to stumble on an image from the blog and thinks it's funny but doesn't maybe necessarily get what it's about. And then they post it on their Twitter. And all the people responding go, holy shit, wait a second. And then suddenly executives at Hasbro are freaking out because, again, you have to remember, corporations are not moral or immoral. They're amoral. They don't give a shit about what's right and wrong. They care about profit. So anything that could potentially damage their brand is something they don't like. And you could have 1,000 executives in a boardroom who think something is the funniest thing on earth, but if it's going to hurt the bottom line, it's got to go. When you look at a lot of the work, especially in video games, of people who make their own...
That's pretty cool, Ghost, because I always wanted to try a Hitman game. I'm going to try with the first one and see what all the fuss was about, because I haven't played any of them.
They make something that's really fucking amazing. And they say, hey, we love this series, we love this franchise, we're not going to make any money off of it, but because we love it so much, we've made it, we're going to put it out there. What's the response they generally get? Take it down. And it's not because necessarily those companies don't like it. Hell, they may even think it's the greatest thing on earth, but they're worried about the reaction and the impact upon the brand or the IP. That's how companies function. So in this hypothetical situation, Hasbro sees this image, and maybe they thought it was funny, maybe they didn't. But the bottom line is, this could fuck up our IP, this could impact our profits, this could lead to potentially negative press. So we've got to send a cease and desist letter, or we've got to contact the blog owner and either put legal pressure on them or ask them, maybe outright, take it down. We can't have this. You can't put this up. It's not permissible. And lo and behold, it's gone. It disappears. It gets pulled down because of legal pressure or something else. So what happened to our molestation blog? Because if you were to go look for it right now, it's not there. In fact, every image I've shown you, and this would really help to explain why they're so blurry and kind of out of focus, aside from my shit technical skills.
For honor as well, nice.
Wayback Machine. The blog
Bye, Shadow. Thank you for joining, bro.
It has been annihilated. So everything you're seeing is just a screen cap that they got, but not necessarily the individual images themselves. So, que sera, you think, right? Shit happens. So you're a brony and you found this funny and you're a little upset it's gone, but what are you going to do? Maybe you could make another parody site, maybe you could try it on a different website altogether, but for the most part, this one's gone. Hasbro has dropped the axe on it. Should be the end of the story. But of course, that's not where it stops. Why doesn't it stop there? Because of one particular individual. Because of April. Now, if you remember, I said that was a hypothetical situation. So, what's the reality? What really happened to the blog? Well, to understand what happened to it,
oh, that
to
sucks.
understand who April is.
You know you can change the quality though, right, Ghost? Just then you know this for the future, man. Thank you for watching.
Was at the heart of this. So, to know who she is, we gotta take a look at her Tumblr, and believe me, of course, she has to have a Tumblr. A monument, an altar to her ego. It is the heart of Vapid when you go to this Tumblr. Now, if you have an aversion to pink and sparkly shit, I would recommend staying away from pinkypony.tumblr.com. Now, the first thing that greets you on the main page of her Tumblr, aside from an overwhelming sense of regret for having come here, is the horrible color scheme and the repeated pictures that she likes to post of herself posing with ponies. Now, if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see that her Tumblr is segmented, it's organized, with all the important things, like selfies, and fashion and beauty, and about me. So let's go take a look at the about me. Let's find out who April is. So let's read a little bit about her. Let's find out who she is.
Autism.
I'm Pinky. My favorite pony as a little girl was Pinkie Pie, and I wanted to be just like her. The nickname, Pinky, has stuck with me for a very long time. I love all things cute and pink, and girly, as well as alternative, edgy, and punk rock. I am 17 years old. I've been a My Little Pony collector and equestrian since I was 3 years old. I live on sweets, internet, and my itty-bitty horses. I like to make people laugh and smile, and I always love meeting new people. I love G3 MLP, especially G3 Pinkie Pie. I game too. I love Elder Scrolls Oblivion, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, Sims, Animal Crossing, and Pokemon. Okay, I think you get an idea of who this is. I really hope you do. It's pretty obvious. I think my favorite part of that whole introduction is the I love things that are cute and frilly, but I also like it edgy. I mean, she covers the whole spectrum of bullshit in that one sentence. And if you were a glutton for punishment and decided to go to her selfies portion, you'd be greeted by picture after picture after picture after picture of her making faces that border on autism spectrum in the mirror while holding up an iPhone. I like this one in particular, because on the right-hand side, it appears that the medicine is finally kicked in. So I'm sure there were supposed to be like 10 pictures lined up there, but, you know, she got a little sleepy and decided to cut it off there. Now, don't let all those selfies fool you. I don't want
Hey,
to
Leslie, I'm just listening to a podcast because there was no one to talk to.
See here, she has an IQ of 142, despite the disability of being autistic. Bravo. I'm glad to see the autism hasn't slowed you down at all. In fact, it's helped contribute to some quality advice for all the young ladies out there. Like this one, for instance. Oh shit, I didn't take my birth control yesterday. I guess I'll have to double up and go super mega female power for today. That sounds like a genius idea. I'd expect somebody with an IQ of 142 to come up with that. I mean, it's just like using 2 condoms. It's double the protection. What could go wrong? Obviously, that's a smart idea. And she's very good with money as well, as you would expect of somebody with a genius IQ. She's going to eventually become a millionaire. I mean, look at her fiscal responsibility. My mother gave me $40 for food and was surprised I went and spent it on toys. I've been her daughter for 17 years. Well, I've never heard of a better investment than that. Bravo, April. Again, showing what an IQ that high can accomplish. It's very impressive. She's also very civic-minded, like this particular post. The link provides all the information. Long story short, they don't include trans women in their program, and gender identity isn't their anti-discrimination statement. They have denied services to trans women in their past. That's her dumping a charity because it doesn't appeal to trans women. That is what I call taking a firm stance on an issue. Fuck charity. If they don't appeal to every single person, they're obviously bad.
Yes, of course, Leslie, of course.
Apparently, they didn't include
I'll buy the
women
biggest
in that
version
charity.
I can get and do an
How
unboxing.
fucking sexist can you get? Now, maybe you've noticed a few things. One of those things happens to be social justice. That's right. Appendicitis Pony here is a big advocate of social justice. In fact, that's why she got involved in the Molestasia blog in the first place. She was part of a group called DWM. That's Down with Molestasia. And as you probably can guess from the name, they didn't like that blog very much. This is the Tumblr that was the headquarters, downwithmolestasia.tumblr.com. And in bright, really gaudy letters up there, it says, Ponies Against Rape Culture. You know, I like to play a game when I see a phrase like that. The first thing I like to do is make it an acronym. So what do we have? We have PARC. Now, let's take that acronym and make it an anagram. How could we change this around to really help highlight what this group is? Let's see, PARC. Well, let's switch the C and the P. What does that give us? CARP.
Nice,
I don't think they're
right?
involved with phishing.
See when it comes
Carp
out,
isn't really
though.
going to help us here. Maybe we could switch in another 2 letters to make it clearer. I don't know. Let's see. How about the A and the R? What does that give us? CRAP.
Crap.
Well, I think that might be more on point. After all, they are full of shit. I think crap is a good anagrammed acronym for Ponies Against Rape Culture. So what was their stated mission goal? What was April doing with these people, and what was their general purpose? Well, it's right on the right-hand side there. This is the official blog for Down with Molestasia. Ponies Against Rape Culture. Our goal is to create a safer, more enjoyable place for My Little Pony fans. Unfortunately, rape jokes can be found anywhere bronies tread. Join the movement and take a stand against it. So what exactly was the stand that April and Crap took against rape culture? Well, that stand was against the Molestasia blog. Again, if you remember previously when I talked about a cease and desist letter from Hasbro, what would motivate them to send that? It's no secret, if you do a Google search, if you look at Google image searches, if you just browse around, you're going to find a fucking ton of horse-related porn. MLP has a ton of that shit out there. Fan fiction that's made for adults, pornographic images and flash games and videos. It is everywhere on the internet. So what would clue Hasbro in, particularly to this specific Tumblr? Someone would have to guide them. Someone would have to point them at it and repeatedly kick up a fuss about it to make it an issue. And who is kicking up that fuss? Appendicitis Pony. Little Miss April decides to do it. Now people have asked, why would you do a video on the Molestasia incident? Why would you care? You're not a brony. What does it matter? If you've watched the videos I've done, you should notice a theme throughout every single one of them. Whether it's the Hugbox videos or whether it's the Tumblrism videos. It is a specific type of person who does not care about the community they are a part of, but they only care about injecting their fucking ideology and their poisonous bullshit into anything they can, and April is that. She is a social justice warrior that wants to come in and make people behave in the way she wants. Now, this group against rape culture, Ponies Against Rape Culture, their complaint was that the subject matter was terrible and it shouldn't be put up there. So I'm to take from that then that April has a problem with anything that's adult-themed and related to My Little Pony.
Oh!
Then could you explain to me how April, who sells art to make money on her Tumblr and on different websites, can produce content like this? Does this look family-friendly to you? Her problem with the Ask Molestasia blog was that, oh my god, all these comic panels of sexually suggestive things, we need to take that down. Look at this. This isn't sexually suggestive. These are fucking ponies, April. And you're going to tell me this isn't out of hand? This isn't the same thing you're telling me you're criticizing? These fucking hypocrites do this every goddamn time. It doesn't matter if it's atheism. It doesn't matter if it's video games. It's just people saying rest in peace. Who would have ever thought Big Mastodon wouldn't make it to see today? But this might be the most disgusting food item I'm familiar with. I know I'm encroaching on Josh's territory here. I know he's the feeder expert. But there's something hypnotizing about watching a morbidly obese man eat poultry out of a can that isn't cooked. Maybe they pre-cook it? I don't know what they do to it. It's fucking horrendous either way. Let's watch a little. I beg you, please don't. Oh no, we're watching.
Hey, what's cracking, YouTube? And everybody else that matters. I want to say thank you for all the support and messages I get on a daily basis from each and every one of you. You know I love you, YouTube. This video that you're about to watch is the unedited version of Chicken in a Can. This video aired on top of...
God, can you hear him struggling to breathe as he does the narration? He's probably sitting down to do it. Like, if you've reached a point in your life where your weight is so massive that even sitting down and speaking normally causes you to fucking hyperventilate, you're in fucking trouble. You're going the way that Big Mastodon went.
Season finale, November 12th.
I know the volume's low.
Give me a little bit longer.
Trust me, it's not the volume you're going to be watching. It's going to be this piglet eating chicken out of a fucking can.
The fellow's a bit long. It's chicken in the can for you. To preparation. I already prepped a couple up, so see how many I can do for today.
I don't know what stage in the evolution of fat you would call it. It's where their head and their torso merge together. They lose their neck. It's like he pokey evolved into this. Like one day his neck was there, and then the next day his neck disappeared. That's a big boy. That's a big fucking boy. And his shirt's all nasty and shit. You can see like the powdered sugar where his tits are. He didn't even use a towel. Not even a napkin. Just like fucking, what do I have to live for at this point? I'll just use my shirt as a towel and wipe my fat, disgusting fingers off on it. But take a look at this delicacy. It's good. It's delicious.
Here's excess water. How much of water is actually packing.
Doesn't that scream appetizing? When you hear the phrase chicken in a can, and somebody pulls out this thing that looks like a 2-liter bottle of Coke, and then they pour that shit out of it, doesn't that make you think, oh, damn, I want to eat that? Wait till you see this shit.
It's pretty fucking disgusting. What?
That's what it looks like before it comes out of the can. Wow, look at that thing is falling.
I don't even think starving Ethiopians would touch this. Look at that thing. This is like, oh my god, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. You know, I think that's the video. There's some video where somebody makes a turkey and then they poke at it and it basically, like, dust explodes out of its ass. And it looks like that on the inside. That's what his turkey looks like. That thing was sitting in a can for like 3 or 4 years. This piss yellow nasty shit comes out. And I'm getting fucking physically ill just looking at it. And this guy's gonna eat it. Oh, holy shit. I'm not even fucking around. I'm legit getting queasy just watching this. My eyes are watering. I'm just imagining like how horrible that is, and the fact that he's eating it. He's huffing and puffing. That's the fastest he's ever moved in his life. Was walking from one side of the counter to the other to eat this delicacy. I don't even know if this is cooked. He might be at the point where he's so hungry he doesn't even care if it's cooked.
So you're not having meat today? Fall apart.
I love it. It's like every bad stereotype about a fat person. So he couldn't even help himself. He started off, did you notice that, using a fork? But like after one bite, he's like, fuck it. I can shovel more of this shit down my throat with fucking sausage fingers. And he just starts ripping it apart with his hands. Just who cares? I'll wipe it on my shirt. No girl's ever gonna touch me.
Kan du dö för helvete, man!
It likes meat on us.
Oh, this is some dark shit. Like, this is some end of the road, nightmare tunnel, fucking bring on the apocalypse level shit. Oh, that thing, it just doesn't even, there's no consistency. There's nothing holding it together. Like, he just digs his fingers into it and it literally just completely falls apart. Can you imagine the smell? What do you think it smelled like? Oh. I like how he's being healthy though, Chad. Okay, this is how you maintain a proper weight. You eat chickens in a can, like a dozen of them. But when you go for a drink, you don't that soda stuff. That's bad for you. All right, after you eat 25 chickens from a can, you want to just have a sip of water. That's why he's got that water jug over there. Healthy living. Healthy living's the way to survive. He's a smart boy. That's how he made it to the ripe old age of 25 before he died of a massive heart attack.
Chicken wing? Supposed to be chicken wing?
Somebody in chat said no, he doesn't drink the water, he drinks the meat juice. Can't let that flavor get away from you. Oh, that precious, delicious liquid chicken flavor. Just guzzle it down. Maybe he'll eat the bones too. You know, fuck it. What does he care? He's gonna be dead anyway. Look at him just piece it. Look at him. It's like an animal making a nest. He's just digging through it for the right branches and berries and shit.
Yeah.
He doesn't even care. No self-respect, no dignity. Glasses are all fucked up. Boy, I don't even need to make them look right. That'll interfere with me shoving this down my throat.
This really isn't that bad.
Other than it falling apart.
Cool, if I got meat left.
His shits must smell terrible. Like, this dude must drop nukes in the toilet after eating stuff like this. They have to clear out the apartment block after this motherfucker ate 25 chickens in a can. I gotta be healthy, have a little water intake with my 28 pounds of meat.
It was easy watching you up until the breasts and meat.
Fucking look at that. That's roadkill. Dude, you're eating fucking roadkill from a can. I don't even know what animal that would. If you put that plate in front of me, I couldn't identify it. That's something that got hit by a pickup truck, and they fed you. Just fucking horrendous. Yeah, he's dead. Who would have saw that coming? Such a healthy lifestyle. Our big champ didn't make it very long. Don't eat that. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Shit.
I've never heard of the product chicken in a can. And after watching this amazing advertisement for it, I don't ever want to eat chicken in a can. Ugh. Fucking awful.
Where the fuck did the loot no go, man? Fucking terrible farm, dude. I don't know where the fuck the loot is. Fuck it.
This one's a close one. And by that I mean we're just going to watch the autistic man shave himself for a little bit. And then we'll jump into the ugly, disgusting cosplayers. Alright, let me hold down our bro here, the shield hero, teaching bitches. He's thought patrolling in a fantasy setting. Glorious. Now, let me get everything set up and we'll jump into that. Now, this is directly from Chibi's page too, by the way. Because of course, what man who doesn't know how to shave himself wouldn't put that up on his YouTube channel? Okay. I think we are good to go. I think we're good to go. Display capture. There we are. I'll leave that up, actually. I can see you on screen, chat. There you are. Feel free to say whatever you like. This shave warning may contain cringe. Just got to give you a heads up. This may be uncomfortable for everybody. Well, let's take a look and see what this goofy fuck does before we jump into the fat people in unreasonably fitting costumes.
You guys have not witnessed true autism yet.
Well, there's like a 10-minute limit on Nightbot.
Alright, here we go.
You can't request songs that are more than 10 minutes.
Oh my god, it's like a freaking solid ass mass. Here we go.
Are you sponsored by Charlotte Dollar Shave Club?
Dollar Shave Club.
I almost said Charlotte.
Maybe Chibi's like ahead of the curve here. You know, Peterson got really popular on the internet recently with his whole wash your dick bucko shit. Because there's so many young adult men that need surrogate fathers because they don't know how to groom themselves. And here's Chibi doing the very first Let's Groom on YouTube. Look, Dr. Peterson, I washed my penis, now I'm going to shave my face. See? I slayed the fucking dragon.
Color.
I want to see nothing but cringe in the chat right now.
Color Game Club.
I want to see nothing but the word cringe.
Oh,
Let's go back to 2014, boys.
That's correct, Chad. Shave your penis. That's what he really needs to do.
one does not simply cringe.
Can you tell?
Turn
the volume down on this shit. Look how long this motherfucker's taking to put on that shit. This is not that difficult. He should have been done in 3 seconds. This asshole is like he's spackling a wall or something. Like he's doing construction. You can tell he's never shaved before. with the amount of time he's dedicated to this shit.
Didn't.
Wait. Rose brings up a point. You have to do it shirtless as well.
Oh shit, you're right.
People want me to speed it up? Well, I mean, I could try. We can try double speed.
Oh, hey, Professor Apple. How you doing?
Related to bizarre sexual shenanigans. Here we go, is the story of the YouTuber and CP. Trying to look it up. I probably shouldn't have used the search term YouTuber CP, because now the FBI is going to be hunting me down. But let's take a look. Here we go. YouTube star pleads guilty to coercing underage female fans to send sexually explicit videos. Former YouTube star and singer Austin Jones pleaded guilty Friday to coaxing 6 underage female fans to send him sexually explicit videos of themselves, people confirmed. Jones, 26, pleaded guilty to 1 count of receipt of child pornography and faces a mandatory minimum sentence of 5 years in federal prison and a maximum sentence of 20 years, according to a press release from the U.S. Attorney's Office, North District of Illinois. Jones, who had more than 500,000 YouTube subs and whose videos have been seen millions of times, is scheduled to be sentenced in federal court on May 3rd. Jones' attorney did not immediately return people's requests for comment. Shocking. Now, I think if you give me a moment here, I think I can find the video he used to send out to the girls. And I'm not kidding when I say he really did send the message out, and he told them, I need to know that you really care for me. And the way that you can show me you really care for me is letting me see your butthole. That's the message he sent out to these little girls on YouTube. But because little girls are idiots, I guess, according to
Nice
Austin,
one, Apple.
he needed to put up videos showing them how to shape their money makers. He wanted to make sure those twerking videos and all that smut that was done appropriately. So let me see if I can find his video that he sent out to these fucking kids. Okay, here we go. The volume is really low, so you're gonna have to bear with me on that. It's not like he says anything of great value. But this is the shit this guy was sending out to his underage fans to get them to respond, sending him, twerking videos and letting them look at their little assholes.
They're little assholes. There it is! No, it's just money. I thought that was it, man.
Now it's your turn. Hey, cutie. Twerk for me. I lost the joke. Do you think this little fucker's going to be doing that in the cell block? I have a feeling this is how he's going to survive prison. As these moves are going to come in real fucking handy for our little Austin. When Tyrone and Jamal corner him in the shower and say, hey, aren't you that child rapist? Oh, Austin, it's a good thing you know how to get in that position and do those moves. That's the only thing that's going to probably keep you alive for the next at least 5 years. Perhaps 20 years. We don't even know what his sentence is going to be.
Oops.
Sorry, Jet, help, I can't stop coming. He's just too hot. I have a feeling that's what his cellmates are going to be saying as he's sobbing on the ground with knife wounds all over his stomach and chest and a bruised anus. Hey, cutie. What a fucking little spat this asshole is. We're gonna play a fucking game, guys. We're gonna go through the bully list.
Can you still join the hunt? No, it's too late now, unfortunately. So you cannot do that.
My mother.
Oh, the poop lady. Well, I think, I don't know,
Hey,
Chad.
Custy!
Do you want to hear about the poop lady? I mean, with a title like that, for the love of God, why wouldn't we want to listen to it? All right, we will take a look at that as a winner. Congratulations, Julia Savola. The poop lady sounds like it's a go. Let's see what the other suggestion here was. Time to strike us. Okay, we got a couple winners. Okay, you know what? All right. We're watching the poop lady first, then we're going to go to the time to strike us now. All right, let me pull this up on screen. Let's take a look. It seems like it's going to be good. Here we go.
My mother used to put poop in a jug. Actually, by the time you put it in there, it's actually...
Apparently her mother used to browse JP, I guess. She's up in it. She's up in her game. Not using those Coke bottles for piss anymore. We're doing number twos.
Shanna didn't get rid of all those bottles of piss because she's lazy. I hope it's not sentimental to her.
This house has a septic issue. It's supposed to be drained once every 4 years. And there's still some space in the toilet, but I don't want it to overflow. So...
Somebody in chat guessing she's from India. You might be correct. But then again, it's not a designated street that she's shitting in, is it? It's Mom's.
It's really hard to lift it. So I just put it in a smaller bucket. And I take it outside and empty it.
Holy shit, that is fucking horrendous. My disgusting mother shits in buckets, so I have to trolley it out to the front yard.
Jesus Christ.
To the front yard so the neighbors can see it. Oh, what are you doing? Washing your hands in that sink isn't going to fix anything.
That's the bucket my mother used before she died.
Is that poop all over the bucket?
Yeah, it's poop.
So do you wash your hands like you're going to go eat soup in a minute? Are you going to wash your hands for that, or you just don't worry about it?
No, actually I don't. Okay, now is this...
I don't wash my hands. I like to savor the flavor of Mama's poo. Oh, it's delicious. It's delicious chicken noodles and shit. That tastes good.
What is the main cause of the smell?
Musty odor, having to do with mold and dust.
No.
No?
Is that brand new information to you? To think that the feces and urine has something to do with the smell?
I guess.
Are you telling me that poop smell? What?
This is crazy,
she's
dude.
a smart one. This lady's singles, gentlemen. Or she's single, gentlemen. If you're looking for a hot date, poop lady here. Doesn't understand that shit smells bad. Might be somebody to look into.
Old and bloody tampons just laying on the floor.
It's gonna be hard, but I'm gonna give up some stuff.
I'm fucking sorry. Did he say bloody tampons laying on the floor? I know people give me shit, Jim, you misheard something. Remember, I'm using a $20 Logitech headset that's like 3 years old. It's a wonder I can hear anything other than static. But I'm pretty sure he said bloody tampons.
Feces, the mold, and bloody tampons just laying on the floor.
Oh, just wonderful. Just wonderful. Wouldn't you like to stay with a woman who shits in fucking bottles, throws her crap in the front yard, and then, just rips out her fucking bloody tampons and just blacks them on the kitchen floor? There's nothing that's more just heartfelt and hearth-worthy than coming to somebody's kitchen to grab a bowl of cereal and, it's like midnight, 1 in the morning, the lights are off, and you accidentally slip and her bloody tampon and goes sliding across like the fucking ice rink and you're playing hockey. Oh God, it's a biohazard. The whole house should be condemned.
It's gonna be hard, but I'm gonna give up some stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and eat some of the contaminated food, and then the party's over. Because I have to get it.
What did she just say? Did she say I'm gonna have to eat the contaminated food?
Go ahead and eat some of the contaminated food, and then...
I just want to make sure I'm hearing that. Let me full volume this.
And I'm going to go ahead and eat some of the contaminated food, and then the party's over. Because I have to get it, because when somebody goes on intervention, they want to get high one last time.
She's actually saying,
You don't understand. Before we clean up all the shit and blood from this house, I need to eat the food that's been contaminated with it. There's nothing that tastes better on earth than Mama's poopy pork chops.
Party ends for me tomorrow.
How is eating contaminated food a party?
Why the does it matter? I've been eating poop for 12 years.
I want that as a sound clip. I've been eating poop for 12 years. Don't you judge me, you skinny little bitch.
You're getting a high out of thinking that you've got fecal matter in your food.
It's my last blaze of glory.
Look at me. This is the end of you pooping in a bucket.
Oh man, what mental issues are going on there? Oh my God. Shits in a bucket. She likes eating the poop. She tried to be subtle about it at first. Like, oh, I didn't know that it's cross-contaminating my chicken noodle soup. I bet you this bitch shits in a bucket and then dunks her head in there. I bet she takes shit showers. She's jury-rigged some fucking bottle system in her shower stall to just have it pour over her like chocolate rain. Oh my God. What the fuck is the matter with this woman?
It's got to be the most disgusting thing I've ever seen, dude. For 12 years, she has been pooping, collecting her poop in bags, saving them to contaminate real food within the house, and then eating the contaminated food with poop. There's nothing funny about that. That is disgusting, dude. I think I'm gonna take my break now. Yeah, but it's the I don't know if you're familiar with the Hoarders show. It's a show they have in America where people like live with trash, like all kinds of things that they don't want to throw it out. It's like whatever that you have your food in, like empty pizza boxes and the garbage, because they are hoarding this shit because there might be something valuable between it, so they need to have it. I saw like three old guys living together. They There was shit all over the place, man. All the hoarded stuff and garbage. And they just had enough places to have three chairs and three mattresses on the floor. That were all disgusting, by the way. That's all they had in the house, apart from garbage. How does someone live like that? I mean, like, health-wise, how does someone live like that? How can they survive that? How would you survive that? I don't understand, man. It's insane. I have a good one for you. I wanted to play for you, Kirsty, but now I can't remember what it was called. Something about the gay community that makes you let's see if I can find it. Yeah, here. Alright, I think you're gonna love this, man. It's 10 minutes. Just listen to this. Alright? Let me know what you think in the chat. Listen to this.
There are actually some people who want to get the AIDS virus. The name on the street for some of these people is bug chasers, and the virus itself they call the gift.
Happy holidays, you degenerate motherfuckers. With Christmas just around the corner, I thought what better subject to cover than gift giving? Because who doesn't want a stocking stuffer from the CDC? Nothing puts a bigger smile on my face when I'm drinking a little eggnog, sitting down in my Santa sweater, than knowing that I'm going to die painfully from a viral plague. With recent legislation changes in the more progressive states such as California, getting the gift has never been easier. And people really want to get it. Just hand it over. Send it this way. UPS that motherfucker to me.
Give me the gift.
Now, some of you uninformed individuals out there aren't aware of what gift giving and bug chasing are. I'm going to show you the hot trend in the gay community that's been going on for about a decade now on the internet. So just sit back and relax and let Daddy Jim pause that little egg hole. I met this dude online today. Big 8.5 paws dick. I got him talking about it. Said his strain was strong, lethal, toxic poison. My dick fucking sprang and I started begging him. I went over and I started hitting my pipe. He did a slam. I licked the blood off his arm. I had to have his strain. I wanted him to infect me so bad, I was begging for it. And he went to the bathroom. He came back with a syringe full of his blood. I'd never had another dude's blood before. I stuck my hole up and he shot it inside me, scratching around. Then he fucked me, and he shot, mixing his babies with the toxic blood. So fucking hot, I know I'm gonna get a whole fuck flu from this shit. It's so strong. Then I went to the bookstore and let 5 dudes fuck me and grind it all into me. I've never had something so hot inside me. I had to get it to take. He's gonna start knocking me up regularly, and I can't wait till his shit is saturating me and producing inside me. Woof. Fucking hot. Go for it. I would. Wow. Made me instantly hard. Did you hit the pipe too? Or slam? That sounds fucking hot, man. Love feeding on blood like that too. And love tops getting off and sharing all they've got.
And he pulled the IV out of his lover's arm and jammed it into his own arm. And he became HIV positive.
Don't judge too harshly, you fucking bigots. Hey guys, I like crawling around the filthy floors of sex clubs looking for used condoms to empty into my ass. Does HIV die when exposed to air or lying on the floor like that? Can someone get PAWS or any STDs by emptying used condoms into them? If the viruses are indeed destroyed, it's another reason not to use condoms, guys. I hate seeing them on the floor getting wasted, so I like to put them to good use. Sometimes I drink the cum too, but prefer to shove it in my ass because that gets me ready for when I find the next guy to cream my ass. If he's not too grossed out at the sight of me on my hands and knees, and just my jockstrap, picking up filthy condoms and emptying the toxic cum into my already sloppy slut hole. By the way, a lot of friends think I'm nuts for walking around these dirty theaters barefoot. Luckily, I haven't stepped on any glass or anything, but being barefoot is the best way to hunt for used condom treasures. Plus, it feels great walking in cum and piss. It'd be great to hear from other guys that do the same kind of stuff. Does it turn you on taking a stranger's cum of unknown status, or do you prefer knowing he's Paz? When I was a young boy, 12 to 16, I always took my father's used and filled condoms from the waste disposal and drunk it out. Did this a lot. 200 to 300 condoms. That boy ain't right. I like to find full used condoms, bite the end tip off, then shove the whole thing in my hole, then use my ass muscles to wring all the cum out into my ass. Feels really hot, especially if you don't know where or whose load it was. For some bug chasers, though, you can't always find the freshest source. You need to be a little innovative when it comes to taking those pause loads. If someone who is HIV positive and who's not on meds freezes their cum, is that cum still toxic once it thaws? That's right. We're talking about pause sickles. If you can't find a fresh source by crawling around on the ground like a degenerate fucking animal, just grab some cum, throw it in an ice cube tray, and make you and your friends some podsicles. What a delicious summer snack to share with friends and family. And if that doesn't work, grab your toothbrush. I was fucked about 4 weeks ago by a pause guy. Came home and brushed it all in. And I still haven't had the fuck flu. Does everyone get it? Sweet Jesus. What a hot pick. That ass makes my mouth water. Hope he was pause. Hashtag bug chaser. Infection. Neg for pause. What's better than shoving your face up the fat bubble ass cheeks of a guy and inhaling that natural butt funk and licking it, especially before fucking him with just spit and shit on your dick? How lovely. I do that a lot to straight guys I fuck with that find out I'm bisexual. I get them high on weed and my face stays in their musty rank asses. All the Ricans, Dominicans, and white fat bubble hairy to smooth rank asses on my face, licking the shit crumbs the butt clean before sliding your dick inside the hole using shit for lube. I can't wait to be given the gift. I'm going to a conversion party in November where I will receive 20 pause loads at least. I wish it could be today. After, I'm looking to join a group to be a giver-gifter. The giver takes no meds, so I will develop full-blown AIDS. I'm interested in chatting with guys who think same as me.
I put an ad on Bareback Jack. They call a conversion party Bareback Sex Party. About 10-15 guys have replied to it. Really hot guys, too. Only positive people are out at my party, dude. Give me their pause loads and leave. Hopefully get the gift.
14 are signed up so far for my Neg for Pause gangbang in Fort Lauderdale, including guys who are toxic. I need more. Hashtag pause me. BBBH.
The last party we had here in the dungeon, we had 167 guys.
What a splendid community of well-adjusted individuals doing normal and completely sane things, like eating condoms off the ground and sticking bloody needles up their assholes and using toothbrushes in ways that God and Colgate never intended. But what exactly happens once they have the gift? Once they've got that all-desired fuck flu they've been looking for? Well, that's when you play amateur scientist and you try to take over the world. I think I have a plan now. To go off the meds, possibly next year, and work on taking as many different HIV strains as I can. Getting reinfected so that my viral load gets super high, almost to the point of developing AIDS. And then, when I'm almost to the edge, go back on the meds and get my viral load under control, all with the intent of making my strain stronger and more potent for spreading. So hopefully, my strain will become resistant to all medication and possibly become a deadlier mutated strain. And then, once I finally do develop AIDS, I do everything in my power to spread it and infect as many men as I possibly can until all STDs take over and kill me. And maybe if I could find another AIDS-loving whore to take with me, and maybe go on a mass AIDS-spreading spree, and then we'd both be on our deathbeds, wasting away from all the sickness and disease, and both be face down, asses up, still infecting men with our poisoned cunts, until we finally die from all those delicious toxins. Now the question is, do I want to die by age 30 or 28? Well, as absolutely horrifying as this shit is, at least they're knowingly doing it. At least the gift givers, the bug chasers are all willingly entering into this. Could you imagine if somebody was going out there and infecting people against their will and they were uninformed about it? I'm a biker living in London, UK, and I've discovered 3 major ways of pausing up unsuspecting nags. The first I discovered by accident when I was fucking a guy and the condom broke. I said I was sorry, and I was, but later on it made me smile. Then I was doing another guy, and the condom broke when I put it on. I fucked him anyway, feeling guilty and horny as hell at the same time. Then I started pricking the rubbers in their packets, so that when I started fucking, they'd split. But this doesn't always work, so now to be extra sure, I go to the clubs with a pair of nail scissors, pick up a handful of condoms, go to the loo, sit down and carefully cut open the packets, remove the condoms, and snip the bit off the tip. Then I roll it back up, slide it inside the packet, and then I look for guys who are into safer sex only. I've done hundreds of guys using this method over the years. The second method is more work, but more fun. I chat up negs online who want to bareback with other negs. I say I tested negative 1 month ago, and I think because I only top, I've always tested negative if they want. I tell them I'll pull up before shooting. I never do. There's loads of guys into being fucked by a guy in bike leather and crash helmets, so I do them like the first time. Then I get more intimate, smiling, and kissing passionately. I make sure I fuck them at least 5 times. Then I stay in touch with them to see how they get on. I've done about 20 guys using this method over the years, and I've only failed once. When they tell me they've tested positive, I say, oh God, how did that happen? Do you think I should get tested too? Thank God for chat rooms. They can't see how much I'm smiling. The third method is the most dangerous and the hottest. I had a biker mate, and for a while we'd go around together using the above 2 methods. One night we couldn't find anybody, so we rode up to this Hampstead, London's cruising area. We wandered about till we saw a cute young Asian guy. He was a bit drunk. I think it was his first time on the heat. We smiled, said hello, and led him to a quiet part of the heat. I started kissing him while my mate pulled down his pants. Then my mate pinned him down to the ground and, using just spit for lube, raped his ass. I held him down and pushed his face into the mud to stop him from screaming. When my mate finished, it was my turn. After we'd finished, we both pissed on him and told him we had HIV. We left him there sobbing, soaked in piss, with our pause loads in his cunt. I still get hard thinking about it. Well, what a vibrant and diverse subculture. It makes me feel safe knowing that one day I'm going to get anally raped with a toothbrush in an alley by a biker looking to create a super strain of AIDS to wipe out the world's population. Thank you, gay community. Thank you for the gift.
Oh my God. That is insane, dude. I can even feel my heart just beating in like pure shock. This is real. This is going on. This happens. I'm speechless, man. I get just as shocked every time I hear it. It's unbelievable, man. People that want it's a little hard to farm when you throw it outside the fucking map. Thank you, Gearbox. And abhorrent to this. I've never heard this before. You never heard about it. I mean, it might be, I don't know, a unique gay community or something. I'm not familiar with gay communities, right? So I can't say anything about it, but how many of these people are there, man? It's just unspeakable. It makes you like filled with like some sort of emotion, like rage or disgust or something, right? Whatever happened to just fucking each other? Like willingly, right? Controlling a strain of HIV virus and contaminating other people without them knowing about it on purpose to slowly kill them. Collecting info on what any fucked up group of people are reading it out loud. It is a sick world we live in. How would you even come across this, man? How do you even like realize that you're into that kind of stuff? What exact moment in time do you go like, well, giving other people a deadly virus really makes me horny, dude. Together when it comes to fucked up fetish shit. Yeah. Whew. Pause. They call it pause. I need to see if there's like one more good one. Something about pedophiles? Would that rock your boat? Poggers. No, pause. Pause. Because it's HIV positive. Something with RuneScape. Maxime, you're from Russia. I thought as much. And hey, Shine Actus, I heard about those men who pay women online to stomp on animals to death and they jag off to it? No, I have never heard about that. Oh my god, how much of this shit is there, man? Oh. There is a really disgusting one here. It's long though. Hey, Juan Rivera. I'll just take a short one. I won't put a long one on. Let me see. I'll take... I am a whore. Don't know what it is. I never saw that one before. Let's hear it.
When you're on your knees at your father's funeral, at his casket, and you're saying goodbye to him, and then you have 9 orgasms right there, while your whole family is standing behind you, it just makes you never want to have another orgasm as long as you live. But you know what? If you just keep on.
So the first thing I hear is that he was at his father's funeral and he had 9 orgasms. That doesn't add up. Yeah, you're not getting anything since you're on. No. just check in every night in this week, dude. If you want to see Borderlands 2. I'm doing it every night in this week at 7 o'clock. That's 4 hours prior to 9. I should be done by now, actually. I usually would have been done. But I need to see more of these. Here we go.
Absolutely tragic. How heartbreaking is that? But it is a part of life. Eventually, you're going to be faced with a situation where you're going to have to eat shit and smile. For me, that would be today. That would be this video. You know, I've been on YouTube for a decade now, which is the gayest thing you could possibly say out loud to a group of people, which I've just done. But it is the truth. I've seen the evolution of this website from when it began to what it is now. What originally was merely a platform to post videos slowly changed over time with the content creation phrase. The idea that you could make money off of doing this, which is ridiculous, but nonetheless became something that people began to speak about. At first, it was just a few individuals. You had people like the AVGN, who became very big, went off to other websites, got a large following, and started making money doing it. And over time, eventually others followed suit. You had them clumping together in groups, like that guy with the glasses, where they would monetize.
The narrator, he's called Mr. Metacore. He is, you know, my biggest YouTuber that I watch. And I love that guy.
Things got fucking crazy quick. Yeah. You had the introduction of the MCNs, the multi-channel networks. And that sort of was the death of what YouTube was. For me, however, it was never really about that. It was always just a hobby, putting a video up and talking about something I was interested in. There wasn't an angle on if it would be profitable to talk about it, but rather, was I interested in talking about it? And for 10 years, I held that stance. Now I'm forced to change it. Not the opinion on it. I still think monetization and Patreon and all of that is gay as fucking shit. Nonetheless, my stance has to change on it. Now, I'm expecting a mountain full of shit over this, and I'm fine with that. But I'd like to go over a few bullet points first, just for those of you that might be curious about a few details. Now that you're a whore, is your content going to change? No, I'm still going to talk about the stupid shit I like to talk about, and fuck with the different idiots online that I like to fuck with, and that's not going to change.
Kind of like me.
Are you going to ask us to turn off that pesky ad block? No, I'm not putting ads on my videos. They're annoying. I use ad block. Ads ruin the internet. I expect me to support you. Not at all. Like I said, I think Patreon and PayPal and adverts and all that shit is gay as fuck. I don't expect you to do shit. Has this been your longest...
This is why I love this guy.
And now monetizing. Yeah, this has been my grand plan, really. You know, when you think about it, it makes perfect sense. Create multiple channels over the last decade, allowing them each to get up to a point where they become popular, and then closing them down, all leading to this one moment. It was a very long operation, but I think I planned it out pretty fucking well. How big of a tip or contribution do I need to give to spit in your mouth slut? It's going to be a big one. It's going to be a big one. Are you going to start selling clocks with your face on it now? Don't be fucking ridiculous. I'm going to sell shirts and coffee mugs and hats instead. That should just about cover the major ones. If there are any hot topic questions that you have, feel free to ask them in the comments, and I'll try to answer as best I can. Know this going forward. I'm still going to make the videos that I've always made. I'm still going to pursue the topics that I always found to be interesting. That has not changed. The only thing that has changed is I am now a filthy whore. It's a little hard to do.
Yes!
But occasionally life throws.
Finally, dude!
You just have to suck it up and deal with it. And that is what this is. So if you're interested in financially supporting these videos going forward, I'll have a link in the description to a Patreon account, which feels fucking weird to even say.
Yes!
But I'll link to it. And I'll probably throw up a PayPal, I guess, as an alternative. I don't know. I've done this before. So I don't know what people are really comfortable using, to be honest with you. So, to those of you that are able to support me, thank you very much, I appreciate it. To those of you that don't want to or can't, it's completely understandable and fine as well. There won't be a noticeable difference going forward. Not much is going to change, except for the fact that gym time will be a thing of the past. Because if I'm being paid to make videos, I can't really go on hiatus for 4 months and shitpost on Twitter, which is sick.
Let's see, how many was this? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 motherfucking tries, dude. 17 15 tries for 7 points. Custy, are you still here? I want to go for 15 more minutes.
Didn't know.
Oops. Where is it? Saw it here right before. Let me just hear this one because I do believe that's a good one though. Yeah, you see? This is why I want to have moderators, JM. Right? I haven't seen those for 4 hours today.
Didn't know we lived in the halls of debate, but apparently the internet has now become Reddit, where if you answer a question asking for your opinion on something, you need verifiable, citable sources for every single thing that you might happen to think. I learned that lesson the hard way. I made the mistake of answering somebody when they said, "Hey, what are your thoughts on Jordan Peterson? Do you watch anything by Jordan Peterson?"
Oh, no, I don't want to watch
I'm
this
not gonna
one.
watch some fucking leaf tell me about
Nope,
self-action.
nope, not that one. Yeah, here it is. Not the right one though. Yeah, here. Their comments are disappearing? Seriously? Yeah, I see your comments though. Alright, once this video ends, so does the stream, I'm gonna go and farm Timon and Pumbaa now. Timon and Pumbaa. And submit it. Here we go.
In fact, he's released multiple music albums.
This it's just insane videos. It's all about, you know, individuals that are actually on YouTube that turned insane. And this is about a pedophile that they didn't stop in time, even though they kind of knew what was going on. He was telling everyone about it, but yet they did nothing about it. This is actually a very interesting video and also very disgusting, because there's gonna be some sick ass shit in there. So here we go.
You trying to get crazy with this thing?
Don't you know I'm loco?
I'm not inside!
This is not reality, not reality, not reality. Mr. Metacore, exactly. It's actually I'll link the actual video if you wanna watch it alongside me. No, I can't farm a slacker, then I have to do the entire Clan Wars mission. So I'm not gonna do that. This time I'm gonna do Pimon and Tumba. And next farm is gonna be Lenny White, Sledgy Shotgun, and the Gunnerang, which is gonna be tomorrow. Alright, so I'm at 30 seconds in, and let's go. Oops. 3, 2, 1, go.
Innocent man sits in prison. A victim of a corrupt, malicious justice system and a police department that target people who've done nothing wrong. Poor Nick Bates. Look at these headlines. In fact, let's read one of them. This is from the 30th of April. Columbia man arrested for child sexual abuse. Washington Bureau, PA. A Lancaster County man has been arrested for the sexual assault of a child who was 5 years old when the alleged abuse began. Manor Township Police said they charged Nicholas B. Strautzenberger, 23 of Columbia, with 1 count of involuntary deviant sexual intercourse with a child and 3 counts of indecent assault of a child. The sexual assaults occurred at Washington Bureau
no, I'm done here.
2009 and 2010 when the girl was between the ages of 5 and 7 years old. Strautzenberger was committed to Lancaster County Prison on a $150,000 bail. Well, that is atrocious. And I am here to plead the case that Nicholas B. Strautzenberger, aka Nick Bates, didn't do nothing. We're going to look through the facts. This is a man who has repeatedly denied that he has molested his half-sister, as evidenced by this tweet from May 19, 2011. Why does everyone think I molested my half-sister? This clearly isn't true, or I'd be in jail by now. I don't know where people are getting this idea that this saintly individual would ever harm the hair of a single child. So we're going to look at the evidence. We're gonna go through Nick Bates' history, and we're gonna see where this slanderous, libelous lie originated from. So just why is it that the police and the legal system and all those horribly wicked, slanderous trolls on the internet would target this cherub, this beautiful individual? Why would they harass him and lead to him getting arrested for a crime he obviously didn't commit? Well, I think it has to do with his character, his abilities, his talent. They may not know
It
this,
is.
but Nick
I
Bates
agree.
is a
mean,
renowned
for
artist. In fact,
I agree with that. The
multiple
slacker
music
is
albums.
super good
He is
for Maya.
a singer, a songwriter. He plays instruments, and he's used those skills to release these albums.
This is not about getting good weapons. This is just about getting legendary weapons. I'm not even using all the legendaries I have. It's all about getting them because they give me points.
Maybe that district attorney just isn't as good as he thinks he is in his barbershop quartet. He can't handle the fact that Nick Bates is such hot shit. Maybe the cowboy is a little angry that this sexy, sexy man has the voice of an angel. I don't know. But we're gonna listen to a few of his songs. I've compiled them for you and overlaid some video of Nick dancing and revelry to his own music making. So let's take a listen.
Gonna do my wife and also some children in their butts. But the latter is only if my wife says it can, which she probably won't. So I guess I'll just do my wife. Anal rape! Anally raping children. Selling and force feeding them their own intestines.
Encore. That is a danceable beat. That little ditty, I could be humming that for the next week. That's the kind of song that sticks in your head and you want to share with everybody. So after seeing musical ability like that, I think it's pretty obvious why some people might be upset and want to take them down a peg, because they can't compete.
Fantabox, wouldn't you
that
say that I got
fucking talent? Of course, they're going to be...
that I got plenty of good weapons? I only need these two. Oh, that one's pretty good too. We actually have the Heartbreaker, that's going to help us here tremendously as well.
let's take a look at this nefarious character who is obviously trying to hurt Nick in every conceivable way possible. And let's look at the conversation that took place. Anna, who was it? Nick, Anna, oh my god, come on, I'm getting excited. Nick, yeah, right now, but once I tell you, you'll think I'm a pedo. I mean, I kinda am, but still. Anna, it was Amber, wasn't it? Nick, maybe. Anna, are you being serious? Nick, yeah, she kinda coerced me. Anna, what does that mean? Nick, well, like we always talked about, me and Joe are going to do sexually. And then eventually Amber wanted to do sexual things.
Don't worry about it,
yeah,
Axe.
one day she was just like, well, I'm gonna suck your penis. Anna, wait, how old was she? Nick, well, she's 9 now, so I don't know, 8 maybe? Yeah, she's pretty fucked up to be a rapist at 8. Anna, wahaha. Nick, yeah. Not my best moment. Anna, damn, you're fucked up. Nick, she started it. Well, Amber doesn't know how to wipe, so when I went to lick her butt, there was feces everywhere. So I just licked the cheeks instead. Anna, what? Nick, what? Anna, you licked your 8-year-old half-sister's shitty butthole? Nick, no, just the cheeks. Anna, what the fuck? Nick, I couldn't lick the hole because it was shitty, which sucks because I want to lick an anus, damn it. Anna, yeah, but your 8-year-old half-sisters? Nick, well, I didn't have anyone else. Anna, dear God. Nick, so yeah,
Meaning of life is absolutely what you make of it. That's the point.
I got my anus licked too. It actually feels pretty good, but
Here,
I still prefer
Axeman.
to do the licking myself. Anna, who the hell did that? Nick, Amber. And it's clear from this conversation that Anna has entrapped this poor man. She's using his feelings for her to destroy him. You see, the thing you need to know is Nick, he was in love. He loved her so much that he actually drew art for her. That's right, he's not just a musician. This is a man who wears many hats, and one of those hats is graphic designer. Now this is the too hot for television version of the erotica that he drew for her. I'll have links in the description. If you want to go and look up any of this, go into the description and you can go take a look yourself if you want the uncensored hotness. But Nick loved her, and Anna broke his heart. She is a cruel woman who entraps him into saying these absurd things and then just leaves him when she gets bored. You can actually see just how much Nick cared.
What up, Fabian?
They had another conversation where he talks about the things that he likes. So let's read some of that, and we'll listen.
This is nothing, Axeman. You should have heard the one with the gays we heard before. As one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen. I'm gonna link one with a hoarder that actually hoards poop. Yeah, it happens.
Pours his heart and soul out to this woman. Nick, yeah, I often wonder what color her anus is, because, like, some are pink, some are brown, I think there's purple and white and red, too. Anna, what? Nick, what? Anna, that is gross. Nick, not really. Anuses are my favorite body part, although it's also fun to try to picture her whole butt, too, because, like, she has those wide hips, and also she once told me she has a scar on her butt from sitting on broken glass. Anna, wahahaha.
That's the weird thing, JM. I can actually stomach most things, right? But once... Okay, my TV just turned on. But once I heard these, I actually almost vomited the first time I heard it. It was that disgusting, man.
Also, she has acne on her boobs. Anna, ugh. You? Nick, what? I like...
Just to recap, he's talking about his 5-year-old niece here, okay? Many straight here to store and things actually not rare. It's gay community comment. I have one of my best friends is gay, JM, and I have no issue at all with gays. No, you know, it's fine with me. I don't even think about it. It's just, you know, regular. But also when you hear this kind of stuff is going on, it just leads you to believe, because I've heard stuff that he's told me about the gay community, and there is actually some some shit going on in there. He didn't never tell me anything in this gratitude, in this magnitude right here, but there is definitely some crazy shit going in there. But still, I have all the respect for the guys. Nothing towards them. Yeah, exactly. And luckily, I know what I've been told from real gays, so I actually take that as fact, right? So again, you can only hear stuff. No one says, that this is 100% true. Everything that you kind of need to make up your own mind about that. But I know what you mean, that people just hear one thing and then take it as granted instead of making up their own mind. Because I was like that back then until I actually met my friend here and learned about it. Because it's actually exciting, even though you're not gay, to hear about it, like the real world, how it is, right? It's actually exciting for me to hear about.
Anna, oh my God, you're gonna pop them while you screw her? Nick, no. Anna, ah ha 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 ha. Nick, but if they look enough like a nipple, I might lick them or something. I don't know. Anna, oh my God, that's disgusting. Nick, you don't approve of any of my fetishes. Anna, what, acne? Nick, all of them. Anna, I don't even know what other fetishes you have. Nick, oh well, you know about all the butt ones. Anna, oh yeah, well, that's okay. But you are, like, obsessed, and I don't get why you don't like vagina. Nick, because they're gross. This man is a connoisseur of fetishes. He doesn't want those gross vaginas. He wants to suck the pus out of pimples and like assholes. He has high-quality taste. And Anna just couldn't handle that, so she left him. But Nick loved her, and he is convinced that she still loves him. What a kid.
Exactly, so pedophiles, no. I mean, a fetish is a fetish. But as soon as you go out and do this shit for real life, they should be castrated, man. They should be beyond that. Rest of their life in prison with the biggest pedo haters on the planet, who's also in prison. That's gonna be the punishment for them. Community, we're known for some disgusting ones, but I hear a lot of fucked up shit in the straight community, like the ones mentioned above. But again, this takes form now, and you will learn how insane this individual is, because he is a pedophile, straight up pedophile, and actually managed to fuck his 5-year-old niece. This is insane. So be warned, this is not for the faint of heart.
And he is. You can see from past conversations he's had about this, when it's been brought up about his relationship with Anna, that he knows best. They are soulmates. Anna just needs to realize that he is in no way...
So the Anna person he's talking about, that's his equal age girlfriend that dumped him because of all this. And the other one she's talking about is her niece. No, wait, Anna is her niece, I believe. I can't remember which one it is. There's one girl and then there's the child.
Stalking her. That's a silly accusation. And that she just doesn't understand what love really is. And who better to teach her than this Lothario, this ladies' man, this gentle giant. Now, I personally think she took advantage of this sweet man, but Nick, he holds out hope. Years and years after they stopped having any contact. Here's a posting he put up on a personal journal called Explanation from June 16, 2011. Explanation. Sub. My old account was Haguruman, but lately a bunch of jerk chantards have been hijacking all my accounts and changing the passwords. It's a long story, but basically, they think I'm a lulz cow just because I have a bunch of weird fetishes and I'm all nerdy and stuff. There's a bunch of threads about me on an image board, and posters have been trying to get me arrested for molesting my half-sister, even though I can prove that I did. But of course, they don't listen to a word I say. It's also been floating around that I'm stalking someone. But that's not true either. The real story is that I met this girl, Anna, back in 2005. Fell in love with her, and then on August 23rd, 2008, she randomly decided to start hating me. And
it's deplorable. I really don't know what to say about it anymore. I fucking hope that these people get stopped somehow, dude. I really do. Because they don't
Friends,
deserve
I'm
to live,
creepy,
dude.
a stalker, an idiot, etc. So now tons of people on the internet hate me. So that's nice. It'll probably be a while until I post any art or anything. I lack a scanner. Well, that to me, that sounds like true.
Let me spoil how it ends. He is actually in jail for life for what's about to happen, but it's not pretty.
He remembers the exact day she said, "Stay the fuck away from me." It was August 23rd of 2008, not the 21st, not the 28th. It was the 23rd, the specific day. He has it memorized, and that is not creepy at all. But of course, those horrible chantards just can't let him have the relationship he knows he deserves, even if everybody else thinks otherwise. And yet Nick will not be deterred. Over the years, and I do mean years, multiple people have tried to tell him to stop pursuing Anna, but he has stayed the course. I mean, just look at this exchange from June 2010. The SMS Titanic. Finally, some new news. Okay, so basically it started yesterday when I decided to try sending Anna a text message. Here are the contents. "Hey Anna, it's me, Nick Strausenberger. Whatever. But yeah, it's been a while, so I was wondering if you'd want to talk or whatever. I mean, not much has changed with me other than I started listening to new bands. JOJ, Starling, RBF, you know. Read the other 2 books you told me to, too. Loved them. Also been playing a lot of Pokemon and Final Fantasy VII. You should play the PC version. Painting my aunt's apartment for money, etc. Plus, I'm less annoying. So yeah, I'm curious as to how you've been doing, so I guess give me a holler. See ya."
Actually, I didn't see that one, JM. If it wasn't in context, then I kind of, don't dig in too deep to some of the comments.
Wait, why did I say that when this is text and not live? Okay, now I want you to notice something. There is absolutely nothing sexual or even romantic in it, right? The whole thing was a chillax, like, "Hey, what's up, man?" I did this on purpose, hoping maybe it bring back memories of back when we were still friends. Well, anyway, a few minutes ago, this happened. The other person is Kate again? Miles Edgeworth. Never, I repeat, never text Anna again, or I swear to God I will chop your balls off and feed them to you. Okay? Nick. What? Miles Edgeworth. You heard me, or are you illiterate now? Nick. No, I'm not illiterate, but why can't I text her? Miles Edgeworth. Because she doesn't want you to. It upsets her. If you really want to say something to her, say it to me and I'll tell her. Nick. I didn't even say anything bad. Miles Edgeworth. I know, but she doesn't like to hear from you. You creep her out. Possibly because you posted private information about her on your site. Nick. Literally, the whole thing was all chillax. "Hey, what's up?" What? Miles Edgeworth. I understand that, but when someone hates you, you don't write to them saying, "Hey, what's up?" And trying to do so will not make her like you. Nick. Then what on earth will? Miles Edgeworth. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. She will hate you until the day she dies. And nothing you will do will ever change that. Every time you try, she just hates you all the more for it. Nick. No. Miles Edgeworth. Yes. Seriously, listen very, very closely. She hates you so much, she wants to kill you in a painful manner. Okay? Nick. I'm aware of this. Miles Edgeworth. And the only thing that will change that is if you back the fuck off. Nick. I don't think you realize that people can change their minds about such things. Now, for the sake of brevity, I'd like to cut in here and say that this was a very long conversation, but I think you get the gist of it. This Miles Edgeworth obviously is a troll. But here's how the conversation ended. Miles Edgeworth, you are just that stupid. Nick, because she will. It has nothing to do with intelligence or stupidity. It's just the truth. Miles Edgeworth, I give up. Nick will not be deterred, even when people openly tell him that she hates him, and she's creeped out by him, and she never, ever, ever wants to speak to him again. That is love. I mean, just what about Nick creeps her out? Sure, he has a few fetishes, but who doesn't? Just because the man likes to suck pus out of pimples and lick shitty assholes doesn't mean he's not a human being with feelings. And he's so good at expressing those feelings. Like this LiveJournal post from 2009, "My bedroom door needs a lock. And I have to apologize, the formatting is so fucking horrible on LiveJournal that this is the best I could make it look. I had to highlight the lettering to make it readable. When I returned home from my dad's last week, I was shocked to find 2 things very wrong with my room. Both courtesy of my aunt. 1. The first thing I noticed was that, dude, my big bag filled with women's clothes I had hidden in my closet was gone. This may have been my own fault because I left it sitting there in the closet itself, rather than the mini closet inside a closet that it's normally in. Easier access, you know? But yeah, the easier access screwed me over. Not entirely sure why my aunt was in my closet in the first place, though. I mean, the door's closed, and it's behind my bed. You literally have to move my bed to get that door open. Plus, nobody knew that I ever used it before. But yeah, my awesome skirt is gone, and now I'm pissed. For those of you who didn't catch it by now, I'm a cross-dresser, and my entire family consists of conservative bigots, too. As if I wasn't already distraught enough over not being able to cross-dress anymore. I later noticed that my pillow had been replaced. Apparently, my aunt and grandmother thought they were being nice by throwing out my old, dirty pillows for new, clean ones. See, for the past few years, I've had this special pillow that I basically pretend is Anna, and cuddle with. You know, just until I can cuddle with the real thing. Plus, I roleplay with it, and do the voices for both me and her. Of course, I still do the latter even without the pillow, but still, anyway, dude, throwing out the Anna pillow is massively uncool. By doing it, you're wiping some of the history of me and Anna's relationship from existence. Like the time my aunt changed a letter in one of the letters Anna sent me. I now carry all Anna-related articles on me at all times to prevent this from happening again. Needless to say, I cried for hours, and I'm still crying on the inside. And the new pillow isn't helping me by being
about an insane individual.
Sigh. I am sad. Now, I'm not sure what's creepy about that. I mean, the man is a cuddler. Sure, it's been a year since he's seen Anna, and she told him to never contact her again. But his feelings remain true. I should probably have mentioned he's a cross-dresser. He likes to dress up in lady clothes. But who doesn't? It's a perfectly normal thing to do. If only his bigoted conservative family could just understand. But this is how he likes to live his life. Personally, I find his family to be reprehensible. I mean, they force this poor man to take showers. Can you fucking believe that? Nick explains it pretty well in this posting in a thread. Now, I use soap and shampoo and stuff. The thing that makes it pseudo is that I don't actually get in the tub. I keep my pants on and crouched down, leaned over the tub, so that when I wash my hair, the water and shampoo drain into it. One thing you should know about Nick is he hates taking baths or showers. He prefers to only do it once a month. And he's explicitly stated this on Twitter and other social media accounts many, many times. But his conservative family refuses to let him express himself. So what if he doesn't want to bathe and he wants to wear women's clothing?
Badass,
and
right?
He likes to smear shit on the walls. Did I mention he likes to paint with shit? But again, this conservative family, they're just bigots. Fucking Republicans, am I right? Hell, they won't even let him pursue the things that he wants to pursue. Like making a flash game where you gobble up shit that falls from the sky. Or having a bonding ritual where you shove the feces of another person up your anus and then have them take your feces and shove it up their anus. In this case, that someone would be Maddie, an underage girl he talked to, but that's it's irrelevant. It's not important. What's important is they are oppressing him and making him repress the things he's interested in. And what other interests are they making him repress? Well, I'll let Nick explain it himself. Okay, obviously, rape is bad. I'm not saying legalize rape. I'm saying legalize consensual pedophilia. Consensual. I am a pedo. But that's not illegal as long as you don't actually do any children. So as you can imagine, some conservatives decided to come into the thread and harass him for expressing himself. But Nick held his own. He told them it was extremely ageist to not want to have sex with children. And in response to somebody saying, would you really fuck a child? Yes, if the children are okay with it. But don't think that means he molested anybody. He didn't. He vehemently denies that. Sons of bitches, I made the molesting thing up. Why do you not get this? I mean, duh. Just because the man expresses that he is a pedophile and made a statement to somebody he was in love with that he likes to molest children, and that he in fact did molest children.
Wait. Assume as gays want to push for pedophilia, it's such a horrible thing to be men with. That you want to push for pedophilia. Why? Why? What does pedophilia has to do with being gay though? That's just ignorant. That's just stupid. Oh, you're gonna be happy to hear what actually awaits this guy X. 8 more minutes.
He actually molested anybody. Get it through your fucking head, conservatards. But it isn't just the Chantar trolls or Anna the Heartbreaker or even his conservative parents that are keeping him down.
Good.
There's somebody else. Somebody else who's out to track
No, why?
his 7.5-year-old half-sister, Amber. You can see how hard Nick tried to fend her off, but she wouldn't leave him alone. My 7-year-old half-sister is masturbating in front of me. Should I be concerned? Why does my half-sister constantly smell like Nick tried to...
Can I hear that again, please?
But she wouldn't leave him alone. My 7-year-old half-sister is masturbating in front of me.
My 7-year-old half-sister is masturbating in front of me.
Concerned. Why does my half-sister constantly smell like human feces? Okay, Amber, stop asking me to kiss you on the lips. You're my half-sister, and you're not even hot, and I think it might be illegal, too. Amber keeps asking to fillet me and other sexual things. I decline, obviously, but, she's making me feel uncomfortable and dirty.
And this is, on his Twitter, right? So these are public things that he posted. No one did anything, dude.
Psychology to get Amber to do stupid stuff. Fun. Stop touching my penis, Amber. Wait a minute. No, sorry. Got lost in thought there. I'm seeing something that obviously isn't there. And of course, Amber is out to get him in as much trouble as possible. Also, apparently Stefan and Veronica, I wrote on Amber's laptop, and now I'm not allowed at Mom's house or near Amber anymore. You know, I think Nick sums it up best. How are pedophilia and corpophilia any more creepy than any other fetishes? So with all these forces aligned against him, what is Nick to do? A corrupt police force and judicial system, conservative parents, Chantar trolls, Anna the Heartbreaker, and maybe the worst of all would be the preteen temptress Amber herself, all trying to bring him down a notch. How is Nick going to defend himself? He even expressed his own confusion over this. I wonder if my half-sister actually believes I did it, or if she's just lying. Maybe she had a dream or hallucination she thought was real. Dude, what? No, my half-sister herself is accusing me of molesting her. Obviously, I didn't, but I have no idea who to defend myself here. But Nick's not completely down and out yet. He has come up with perhaps the most brilliant legal strategy that has ever been thought of by...
He is going to prove to the court, because he's held in court, that he's not a pedophile. How does one do that? He came up with a brilliant idea, which is just the most disgusting thing you'll ever hear.
In the United States of America. And in fact, you can see the seeds of this great idea taking form on Twitter earlier this month. Continued. Sexual assault. So why would I do it? My corpophilia proves I lied in the chat log. I don't receive analingus, etc. He is setting up the bulwark, the latest, the foundation for what is going to be his brilliant legal maneuver. And in fact, he gave us a preview of what that's going to be. A piece of evidence that once the jury sees it is going to set him free. And I'd like to share that with you right now. But there are some issues. YouTube isn't going to let me play this video as it is. I'm going to have to only give you the audio. Now, I will do my best to commentate what is visually happening on screen so you can follow along. If you want to see the full video, I will link to a thread that has the WebM of it, and you can go and watch this real-life Perry Mason, this Phoenix Wright, put together a defense that is just stunning. And the video seems to be starting with a Yeti somehow filming itself with a camcorder. That's a remarkable feat. I'm not sure why it's starting like that, but I'm not the genius attorney.
Because I've been accused of sexually assaulting my sister, and this is me trying to prove that I didn't. Part of the reason that I think they think I did it is because of this chat log.
This would be the chat log we just read with Anna, the Heartbreaker.
I told my friend that I did molest my sister. And even though I came out multiple times to say that this was a lie and that I actually didn't, nobody believes me.
The Yeti appears to be slightly confused, spinning the camera around a little bit.
One thing that I can prove was definitely a lie in the chat log is that I mentioned in it that I didn't do anal with her because she had feces in her butt. And everybody knows that I'm a coprophiliac, so this wouldn't have stopped me. If I were to molest somebody I definitely would have done anal no matter what.
A creepophiliac is someone who gets off by fucking with fecal matter, with poo. Yeah. Right?
I can prove that I'm a coprophiliac because here is my toilet.
He's pointing his camera into a toilet that is filled with shit.
And I'm going to touch the feces and masturbate with it. So, I don't know how to set up.
He's now set the camera down with an angle at the toilet as he stands over it.
As you can see, or actually I guess I should use this hand. My hand is clean right now.
But it won't be in a minute.
Okay, nothing on it.
The Yeti is now dipping its paw into the toilet to retrieve the fecal matter.
And now I'm holding feces. Can you see it? Oh crap, it's falling on the floor.
It seems to be having some issues. Poop is slippery.
Okay, so
the Yeti is now waving the shit in its hand to get the water off of it.
I'm undoing my pants. It's hard to do this one-handed though.
The Yeti is now attempting to take its cargo pants off. Confusing as to why it's wearing pants, but nonetheless. The Yeti is using one paw to unzip its pants while the other grips tightly on the fecal matter it pulled out of the toilet. The Yeti is now sitting on the toilet, exposing its naked genitals at the camera, and seems to have an incredibly small penis. If you imagine two Tic Tacs lined up end to end, and then the person that put them on the table got hungry and ate one of the Tic Tacs, that's pretty much what you're looking at. It's a single Tic Tac.
So now it's all over my penis. I don't know if you can see it.
At this point, I'm unsure if the Yeti means his penis or the poop.
It was requested that I film myself actually masturbating, but I'm not really aroused right now too much. Ever since I started on my medication, my Invega Sustenna, I haven't been able to masturbate like on command. So
the Yeti appears to be sad.
Yeah. But anyway, hopefully this is proof enough that I'm a coprophiliac, and that proves that I couldn't have molested my sister because of
Case closed. Because, smearing shit all over my genitals clearly indicates that I'm incapable of molesting children. That is a slam dunk. So I say to you, the viewer, what do you think? We have Nick Bates, a man who has openly expressed on the internet that he is in fact a pedophile, who has openly admitted that he's had sexual conversations with his half-sister, who was a preteen at the time, who admitted to a woman he was in love with that he had engaged in sexual activities with that minor. He's written songs expressing his desire to rape and have sex with children. I think when you add all these things up, it's pretty clear that he is guilty. You know what? Fuck it. Free Hat McCullough.
And that's it. Luckily, he sits in a jail cell for the rest of his life for this. But he was found guilty in sexually molesting his 7-year-old half-sister. With all that proof being out there. And that's kind of the thing that frightens me the most, that there's this amount of proof out there and like nothing's being done to it. How did you playing these even came to be? Because was an easy one. I've always followed Wings of Redemption. I don't know if you know about him. YouTuber who did Call of Duty back in the day, where I was very much into Call of Duty. But he has really declined over the years, that he has more trolls than than real viewers, and everyone just spent all time of all days to fuck with him. So he went from, you know, YouTube celebrity to being harassed by trolls 24/7, dude. But there is a lot to the story why all this shit is happening to him. And Metacore actually made a 40-minute video explaining everything. And that is the first video I saw from him. And I found it interesting, and I checked out his channel, and all these golden gems are on there, because there's so many. There's sad things like this, and you know, disgusting things like the gay ones we saw. But one thing I love about the guy, he has one saying that he would never limit anyone's speak. You know, everything is okay to say. That's what he advocates. I'm not gonna say it on my stream because it's not necessary for me to hammer in the point. But he says the N-word a lot of times because, not because he's racist or anything, but it comes into a natural context. And instead of censoring himself like I just did there, because I'm explaining this to you, so it would have been 100% okay for me to say the word right there. And I actually believe in that. And that's what I like about it, because he advocates the free speech. He advocates that we should not let ourselves be censored and let ourselves be run by people who wants to silence us because we have a voice. Everyone has a voice, and we are free to say exactly what is on our mind, regardless of what it is. He has said that for 10 years, and he had lived and abide by this for 10 years. I love that guy. He is a fucking savior to have on YouTube. I am so glad that he's there. Alright, that's gonna be the stream for today, boys. I'm gonna edit up the highlights, and they will be up in about 40 minutes. If you did not catch the stream and want to see the highlights, tomorrow 7 o'clock I will be back with day 4 of Borderlands 2, The Hunt. Thank you very much, JM Gaming, and whoever is watching right now, for your time here tonight. And have a nice evening. Good night.